If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you press the let's subscribe button. I hope that didn't seem racist to any French people. Anyways, enjoy the video. I think most of us can agree that the boost needs to have a bit of a rest now. It's been going for 4 games now. Sega clearly aren't able to make a boost game anymore, so this would be the perfect time for them to switch to a gameplay style that's been asleep since 2006. The adventure gameplay. Why does the next game need adventure gameplay? Let's discuss. The boost started off pretty well, debuting in 2008 with Sonic Unleashed. I know Rush had the boost, but I'm talking about in 3D here. Back with Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Team was completely different to the way it is now. They were a lot bigger and more competent. Colours was a definite step down from Unleashed, having a lot more 2D than 3D, and reusing stages but adding more platforms. It was back to Unleashed standards with generations, but still not as good in my opinion, as levels felt too short, but not as short as the next game. Forces' gameplay was even worse than Colours, with the 2D sections being the highlight of the game, even though the game is supposed to be a 3D game. The teams from Unleashed and Generations have gone on to work for Miyamoto over at Nintendo, which is why Forces was such a step down. Well, also because of Toshaka Minyaku from Nakamura. That clip still haunts me to this day. Sonic Team is way different than the 2000s right now, as previously stated. Sega just don't give them a big budget anymore because of failures in the past, which won't help in the slightest. Boost games need big budgets, or else levels will be extremely short, as Sonic could just boost on a path in seconds, whereas in an adventure game you could just run down it and take like, I don't know, a minute. Sonic Team just can't make a boost game, which isn't really that bad. It means that they should move on to another gameplay style, like adventure. I think a lot of people are a bit bored of the boost now, and want something different. And Sega, before you start going to make a new gameplay style, I just want to let you know, you do not need to do that. Just listen to the fans. You need to bring back adventure gameplay. I know Sonic 06 wasn't the best game ever, but you need to accept it and stop being afraid of it. You need to see what went wrong, try it again, whilst avoiding making those same mistakes again. A lot of people have been asking Sega for adventure gameplay for a while now, and a lot of people are expecting it this year too, so Sega should just make everyone happy and give us what we want. Another adventure gameplay game. Adventure games are so much easier to develop for, as they don't need big budgets, as Sonic is boosting all over the place. And since Sega don't like giving Sonic Team big budgets anymore, they might as well just do this. Sonic Team will just be better off making an adventure game, since his team is a lot smaller now. Sonic Adventure 1 was only made by 60 people with zero experience in making a 3D game, and look what happened there. It was one of the best Sonic games ever made. In my opinion at least. If you think Sonic Adventure 1 is bad, you're wrong. The adventure formula doesn't have much to it either. You just need the right physics and you're good. I think they could just edit Lost World by removing the run button and adding momentum and light speed dash to it, and you have the perfect gameplay style with parkour as a bonus. If adventure gameplay does return, games would come out way more consistently than if it was a boost game, as there's way less time, effort and budget involved when it comes to adventure gameplay. All they need to do is just use the same engine each time, and maybe with a few tweaks to make it play better, or just adding new moves to keep it fresh, like the parkour from Lost World. Maybe. I still think Sega need to have another shot at trying to implement the parkour again. It would be so good. The parkour system allows for such fluent movement with Sonic, as you can keep his speed or even increase it too. And plus, it's just so satisfying to pull off. Parkour could make for some interesting level design too. You got some new moves to it, like maybe being able to attack whilst running on a wall. There are so many possibilities. Sega have even scratched the surface of what they can do with parkour, as it was extremely underutilized for the majority of Lost World, because there was also an alternate route with a wisp. Or there was a spring to stop you from being able to actually use it. The parkour, again, would be easy to make level design for. Just slap 2 walls side by side, add a few objects here and there, and it's done. I think it would take quite a bit for people to get tired of the adventure gameplay, if they just keep adding new things to it. You can't do much with the boost, since you're just speeding around at the speed of sound, whereas with adventure, you could just take it nice and slow. If Sega wanted to please everyone, they could just have an adventure game that has both a boost and adventure gameplay for 2 different characters. Sonic could have boost, since he is the fastest thing alive, and Shadow could have adventure gameplay. Or if they don't want to do that, they could just have separate levels for adventure and boost gameplay, which could work, but to an extent. It could get quite confusing, as you'd be getting used to using one gameplay style, just for it to be a level where you're not using it and have to learn a completely new gameplay style, which is why having 2 different characters having the 2 gameplay styles would be much better. Along with adventure gameplay for Sonic, we could have new characters returning as being playable, something which hasn't been done since Forces. Okay, but then before that it was Rise of Lyric. Oh wait, but remember, that game doesn't exist. And that means before that it was Generations? Does playing a Sonic and Sonic count? No. So that means, using the same logic, Unleashed doesn't count, since the Hedgehog is just Sonic, which means Sonic 06 was the last time we had multiple playable characters, with a bit of loopholes getting there. People have wanted to play as their favourite Sonic character in a mainline game for ages now, whether that be Tails, Knuckles, Amy, or Big. Just Big. If anyone's favourite character to play as is Big, what's wrong with you? Of course, if they do bring back adventure gameplay, it doesn't mean they have to bring back multiple playable characters. They should just focus on getting Sonic right, like I said already. Even though they keep going back on their word. By adding more characters such as Sonic, again, Shadow, and the Avatar. Sega, just keep to your own words, man. Jeez. If Sega are going to make a new game with adventure gameplay, then the least they can do, the very least they can do, is just at least port the adventure games. Just the bare minimum. Sega have been fools to have not released ports of the games all this time. Especially when the past games are so much better than the current ones. Sega is literally free money. Okay, well, no it isn't, since they will need to actually spend money on everything you need to do to port the game, so it's easy money then. Sega, you like money, don't you? Port the bloody games then! Use brain! Or even better, remaster them. Just give us something, please! Anything! We're all begging you! Please, Izuka-san! Please! Sega literally tried to get rid of 600 employees because they couldn't afford to pay them. And that's because they aren't taking these opportunities to make easy money. You would think Sega would hate money or something, just looking at what they're doing. Sega, all we are asking for is have a game with adventure gameplay once again. We know you hear us, listen to us, Sega. And that just about does it for today. Sega will have a lot, and I mean a lot, of disappointment among the community if this next game does not have adventure gameplay. Personally, I don't really mind if the next game is adventure gameplay or not. All I want is an actual good game for once with as much ambition as 06. I know Sega can do it, but they just need to be devoted, because without devotion and effort, they won't get very far. It's like Miyamoto said, a rushed gamer will always be bad. Oh. Again. If I sound racist to any Japanese people, I'm sorry. When it comes to Sega, none of the games that have been rushed were that good. 06, Rise of Lyric, and Forces are clear evidence. Sega just need to understand that until they are capable of making a boost game again, they just need to stick to adventure gameplay. It's for the best. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, thank Bob for getting 06 backwards compatible, subscribe, especially that last one, and hope to see you next time. Peace.